Hi everyone, Paul Kelly here. Hey, when I first set up this YouTube channel, it was for mostly family. Then I had some friends doing trading. They asked me what I did here and there, so I made some videos up to show them. And it seems as though there's a lot more interest than I anticipated on the trading videos. So sort of overwhelmed the family stuff. So what I've decided to do is to create a separate channel for trading. This is the link to it. The link should be down below this video. Should be down below. You should be able to click on it and just go there. But if it's not there, here it is. Um, and what we're going to do there is I'm going to try and get things organized for you because it's certainly not organized here on this site. I mean, it was never intended to be organized. Somebody asked a specific question, I answered it. There it was. But there seems to be interest as far as how do I see the market, how do I see it develop, and how do I see it move? And that really comes down to it's essentially there's two parts to it. One, I believe that there are market makers that manipulate the market because when you go to sell interest in the forex or something in the futures, or you're selling some stocks, some options, whatever, you're not selling it to your buddy next door. You can't sell it to him. You have to sell it to a market maker. They buy it from you, and then they turn around and sell it to somebody else. Okay, so the market makers, whether you believe it or not, can and do manipulate the market. They can't control where the market's going to go for the day, but they sure as heck can control how it gets there. And the way they get it there is at your detriment. It's at your expense because they're out there to make money. They don't care about you. They want to buy and they want to sell. They want to take the stuff, they want to buy the stuff low from you and sell it high to someone else. That's the essence of it. So I'm going to make presentations on the different ways I see them doing their work. Essentially, it comes down to they make three pushes and two pullbacks in a day. Those are the major things. They can be more or less in a day, but we're going to focus on just what the major movements should be for a day. And once you've gone through all of those, like we'll go through this one here. This one here is a classic. You got one up, two up, three up. Why it's a classic? Because the push two comes back as stop hunts everybody who went long at this point. All the breakout traders went long with it. They come back and clean them out. Why? Because if it goes higher, uh, right here, when it goes higher, the market makers had to sell to these people here. There's usually a lot of them there. And the market makers don't want them to make the money, so they come back and clean them out. Their stops, they move the stops here, so they go on up there. So the market makers make the difference in the money going up, on the price going up, and these guys down there going, "Oh, I was right, boo hoo hoo," but I didn't make any money. Well, that's not what the market makers are concerned about. So once we learned all the movements, we're going to go back and look at the sub movements to see how the actual movement in here, like the pullback in here, how did that develop? And if we can figure out how this developed, we know what type of movement this is, and we'll know how push three should go. Okay, it should go like this: one, two, three, up; one, two, three, down. But how did the pull down work? Look in here. See, we had a whipsaw. It didn't come anywhere near push one, so they made this a full movement. A whipsaw off of a full movement gets you a boom on a push three. So we're going to go through these things and discuss them in detail for you, so you really understand it. And the things that we're going to use the TDI. That's the indicator at the bottom of the charts, where this green line here is the RSI, the black lines are like Bollinger Bands, the yellow is the mid-range between the bands here, and you get your high and low on the for the RSI. So there's a wealth of information in this indicator, but 95% of the people only look at the RSI. There is so much more information here, it's ridiculous. So we're going to go through that. Then we're going to talk about trading. We're going to talk about how to identify patterns, how to make entries, how to set targets, and where to place stops or when to move them. We have a Discord channel where all you guys can join in, guys and gals can join in, and you have lively chats about what do you see? Do you understand this part of a lesson or that part of a lesson? Do you understand this movement? We're going to separate channels in there set up for each type of movement. So if you're talking about one thing, you're not overwhelmed by somebody else talking about something else. You can have a really oriented discussion in here about the different movements and how things are working out for you. All right. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go through, I'll show you, I mean, like this here is a classic. I'll go through and I'll develop for you how the classic movement works. And I'll show you that it works. It does work because I take them. I take these trades. Like in here, this is a 50-minute, 50-50 or a 15-minute bounce. We'll discuss about what the heck that is. Okay? And I'll show you how they work. We'll go through and development, the three pushes in it, how you can find them, and then how to make entries. I mean, not everybody's comfortable making an entry right at the very extreme. Sometimes you have to make them down here on the pullback. You got to let it set itself. So yeah, it is really that, and look for a pullback. So we'll talk about these the extreme ones, the pullbacks, and how you can really tell when it's getting right into the peak. Okay, and like here, here's a whipsaw. See, we got a push one over here that it came back on, and push two was up there, but the push two pullback came back and took out the push one pullback. That's a whipsaw. And it's going to go rocketing up there. Okay, that was like in that one I drew for you on the sub counts. And it just takes off going up there. And then like this one here, there's a 5-minute bounce, a 5-minute RD, and a 3P, and I show you where to enter. That's not just hanging out there in the mid-air. This is working off a 5-minute chart, and that's just how the optimum point of entry for me to get in there on a 5-minute chart. And that's what I look for. Okay, and so all of it's based upon understanding what the market makers are doing to you and how they really screw around with you. And that is in this video right here. If you haven't seen it already, this is in the new site, in the new channel. This is the video that's on it. If you haven't seen this, and I really encourage you to view it, because it really lays out the whole foundation of how the market makers use your rules for trading against you. They really use your rules against you. I'll show you on that. You'll see. You don't believe me, but you'll find out. Okay, and then when we're in there, what we'll do is I'll walk through situations for you like this right here. So you look for three pushes on a pullback because we're way up here. It comes down. We're looking for three pushes on the pullback. So here we are right here. So you got one, you got two, you got three, right? Everybody can see that? Okay. So then I'll just go work through it down as far as how it's going down and how you come back in here. You say, yeah, that's good. Some people get a little worried, say, oh, geez, maybe that's going up. Maybe it's going up. Well, we'll talk about it. I'll explain why it's not going up right there. Okay, see it went up, huh? But look, it came back down. They oscillate. They're trying to screw around with you. Okay, so here we go. Look at this, huh? So yeah, see, it's going down. It's doing a good job coming down, right? Yeah, look at that. You know, it's just ripping down here. Oh, you're off the chart. Sorry, we'll have to reorient it this. I just saw that its part is off the screen. Uh-huh. Uh, okay, here we go. You can see it's coming down here like this, and then where's the logical target? It's down here, right? Okay, so here we go. How's it do? Hmm. Now then, why did I make an entry right here and have it pop up when everyone was talking about right here? It's the same spot right there. That's where I made the entry. Why would I make an entry right there? Hmm. Well, if you'd like to know, come on over to our channel and I'll discuss it and tell you and break it right down, and then you can see that, and then that'll be an intro video, and then you can start going through the lessons. So I hope you can come on over and join our big family over there.